My favourite thing about being an estate agent has to be the variation in the job. No 2 days are the same. Always going out to see new people, new properties. Everyone has a different story, and we get to be part of it. We chose to open an office in Wheatley, being locally from the area, having been to school in the village and grown up here. I've worked in Oxford City, I've worked in London, so when it came time for us to open a business, this seemed like the logical location with a lot of local ties. I spend most of my spare time chasing my dog around, or my toddler, which is a far cry from my younger years. So I spend most of my weekends at activity play barns in soft play, or indeed in a field chasing a Labrador. I think my favourite house I ever sold was probably in Horton Cudstudley. The reason it was so special was because the first property I ever sold over £1 million. And that was always like a big goal in a way. I mean, back then, we're going back nearly 10 years, so £1 million got you a lot of money. It doesn't get you that much now. But that was a very special house because at that point I was only a sales negotiator. I was only a year into the job. So they chose me because they knew me from outside of work and trusted me to sell their property. I think it was 1.5 at the time, 1.5 million. But it was just a lovely house. Had a swimming pool, leisure centre. It was very, it was kind of the kind of house you get into the job to go and see and look around. As much as I love all the houses I sell, that one was particularly special, I'd say. Yeah, that was a pretty cool one to sell. But yeah, and I've sold a couple in London. They were really fun, sort of penthouse apartments. Not my sort of style at all. I struggle to live in cities. I think they're far too busy. I can't deal with busy, but they were very cool places to go to. Really lovely views over London. 30-40 million pounds, which is far too much money for anybody to have, but amazing places. It depends where you're going in Oxford. Like, Oxford is an area of so many different places. Like, you've got Oxford city centre, that's obviously quite busy. You've got the universities, you've got the hospitals. There's a lot of different dynamics going on in the city. For me, I would always, if people are coming to Oxfordshire, I'd always go to the villages. For me, the Oxfordshire villages are sort of the epitome next to sort of around the Cotswolds. You've got the fantastic communities. There's still lots of church fetes and these sort of events going on that are purely run by the communities. You've got fantastic pubs. That's the thing I like most about this area in particular, or indeed a lot of the villages we deal with, is the sense of community that's still there, which you've lost in a lot of the cities.